We're now going to solve percentage problems using proportions. Now remember, when you solve percentage problems using proportions, you're thinking of the concept, the percent always goes over 100, and on the other part we have the part to whole. Sometimes, I don't know why my whole has a T, there we go. Sometimes the part follows the word is, the whole follows the word of, because in this case of 150, that tells you that's the whole piece that I'm dealing with. So when I look just to write my problem here, I see what is 40.2%. As soon as I see the percent, I put that over 100, and that equals, I see of 150, that implies the whole, and what is. So my unknown value goes above the 150. Now we use our cross multiplication, and when I do that, I end up with a value of 60.3. And it makes sense, right? When I go 100 to 150, that number got bigger. So 40.2 should get bigger to go to the right, which 60.3 is bigger. Number 2, 18.48 is 35% of what number? Well, I see a percent. Percent always goes over 100. That equals, well, I see 8.48 is. Is a part of what number goes on the bottom. Cross multiply, and 1848 divided by 35 gives me 52.8. And think about it, 35 to 18 gets smaller, so from 100 my number should be smaller, and 52.8 is smaller. Number 3, what percentage? Well, what percent? Percent always goes over 100. Is over of is 9 of 2.4. Now, when you look at this ratio here, the bigger number is on top. So that means when I'm looking at this ratio over here, the bigger number should be on top. So x should be bigger than 100. That's what I know looking at this. So when I cross multiply, 900 divided by 2.4 gives me an x value of 375. And that is a percent, so I throw the percent sign there on the end. Number 4, 5.5% of what number is 20? Now that's 5.5, which is the same as 5.5. So I have 5.5 over 100 is, now I have is 20, is the part of what number goes on the bottom. Whoa. So 2,000 divided by 5.5 is going to give me an x value of 363.64. And that should be the answer. Makes sense, right? 5.5 to 20 got a lot bigger, so 100 to 363 gets a lot bigger. Now let's get to some story problems. In a focus group of 240 people, 25 stated that they enjoyed the pilot television show that they just watched. What percentage of the people in this focus group enjoyed the pilot television episode? So, the question asks us, what percentage? And we know that percent goes over 100. Now when I'm looking at the other side, I'm thinking part to whole. Well, the focus group was 240 people. That's everybody. That's the focus group. Only part of them, only 25 said they enjoyed the show. Must have been a crappy show, right? So we cross multiply and divide, and we find out that 10.42% of the focus group enjoyed the show. 10.4, you might have rounded to just 10. Any of those would be fine. Number 6, according to a 2015 Pew Research Center survey, 24,760 respondents stated that their religious affiliation was Christianity in 2014. If this represents 70.6% of the total number of people, how many people were surveyed in total? And it says round to the nearest person. Okay, now, I see a percentage. I always start with the percent because it makes me feel good that half of my proportion is written and I didn't do anything yet. So when I go to the other side, they have this number here. Now, is that part of the population or all of the population? Well, the question says how many people were surveyed in total. I'm looking for the total. I'm given that 24,760 is part. Now, if you go back, they give you this number, and then the next sentence says, if this represents 70.6, that means if this represents, that means those are on the same line. So that kind of also helps think through this. So I cross multiply, and when I round to the nearest person, I get 35,071. And that's how many total people were in the survey if 24,760 of them said Christianity was their religious affiliation. And the last problem for this video, in August 2012, Wakefield Research Survey, 1,006 American adults were asked if stormy weather could interfere with their cloud computing. Of those surveyed, 51% responded that they believe it could. How many believe that they could? So hopefully when you read, okay, you see the percent, over 100. This is how many were asked. That means that is my total. How many from the survey believe that it actually could happen? So what's the part of the survey? Cross multiply, and you should end up, again, I'm rounding to the nearest person, 513 of them, right? Just over half. And that is the end of this video.